Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning from here. Good morning, wonderful people.
You know what? It's just because on a block what are we still waiting for? Please, if Imam Madabu has not been removed from director, from the registered registration, that incorporation document, please, FBN, remove him, go and file an amendment in. Please, enough is enough. So that we can concentrate and forge on and forget these distractions.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. As you join me, I welcome you. I welcome you. Good morning from here, wonderful people, Biafrans. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Chineke, thank you for joining me this morning. Where are you joining me from? Where are you watching from? There one. Thank you. We are live this morning. We will continue to preach our message. We'll continue to educate our people. The time that we are now, it's not time to jokes. This is not time for play. We are in for a serious business. The stage that this freedom is now, nobody should mess around with Biafrans. Thank you so much, Osas. Good morning from here. Thank you for joining me this morning. Please share it to any platform that you have access to. Share it to any platform at all you have access to so that people can join us. Very important. Biafrans, I welcome you this morning. Today is the 3rd day of July, 2025. Join us this morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your time. If you are watching us from the homeland, please indicate where you are watching us from. We can as well appreciate your presence. Where are you watching us from? Wonderful people. Thank you. Tomorrow is our fundraising. Please, Biafrans, tomorrow is our fundraising. Don't miss out. Make sure you are available, even to give moral support. We need everybody's presence in the fundraising. Tomorrow will be a special day. Yeah, tell us where you are watching us from. Where are you seeing us from? I'll be glad to welcome you. The internet is always on fire. Today we have a very, very wonderful topic. An exposition to make. You know, between 1967 to 1970, when our fathers, our great-grandfathers, our brothers, and most of our sisters who are still alive today, when they fought for Biafra, against Nigeria, a lot of things worked against them. A lot of things worked against them in the sense that the media was the key enemy to the Biafran restoration project. The media. Because the media was under the control of the terrorist Nigerian state. Nigerian government controlled the media, they controlled the news. Whatever was going out from the war to the international community, to US, to UK, all around the world, was the propaganda of the Nigerian state against Biafra. It was a propaganda against Biafra that was, being aired on news front pages, on newspaper pages. So the Biafran people were fighting war on ground, while the social media or the news that was coming out was actually fighting against Biafra. They used the social media, or they used the media to gain sympathy. I mean, the Nigerian state. They used the media to paint Biafra blue and black. They used the media to paint NJOKU blue and black. They used the media against the Biafran defined forces, the armed forces, the Biafran soldiers. They used the media to fight against Biafran soldiers, painted them black and blue before Russia, before Egypt, before America, all around the world. So those people developed sympathy with Nigeria, and that gave them the opportunity to join Nigeria to fight against Biafra. So the media was a very strong tool whenever there is war being fought. That is why DavidNnannah BTV asked every one of us to go into the media. More importantly, to have an account on X. Because X, all the world leaders, almost all of them are on X. Because information are passed through X. To government functionaries, to presidents of the world. So, but in this 21st century, I want to appreciate Biafrans for embracing that. I want to appreciate Biafrans for embracing the media at this time. The media is a very strong tool against oppression. It's a very strong tool against terrorist regimes. It's a very strong tool against people who have come to destroy any government at all. When you have the media, you have a very strong voice. So at this 21st century, the Biafran people, we have taken over the media. And we have to make a very, very good use of it. We have to make sure that our people are educated through this media to know actually what is playing out in our quest for freedom. In this fight for freedom, the media is very, very important. And that is why we are here today with every information at our disposal to make sure that those who have come to topple against our government, those who are trying to destroy our government, We'll let them understand that we are here. And we can never allow that to happen. So thank you for joining me. Please, where are you watching us from? Like and share. Like and share so that people can join us. I'm seeing about 5 people here, but I can only see Osas. It's only Osas that have commented. Please tell us where you are watching us from. Comment so that we can see you and see your comments and we can appreciate your presence. Very important. It is very disheartening. Okay, thank you, Wisdom. Wisdom, thank you for joining me as well. Good morning from here. It is very disheartening that our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU, is not here with us. And it's a very disturbing event that is happening at this time. That our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU, is not here with us, but look at what is happening. Big Ben, thank you so much for joining. It is a very big disappointment for Biafrans that our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU, is not here. And all these things are happening. All these misunderstandings are happening. You are watching from Lagos. Oh, you are watching from Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining me. It is quite unfortunate that our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU, who had put in so much in this our freedom, is not here with us. And the people that we are working with our Prime Minister, the people that he gave different responsibilities. Omili Agnes, thank you for joining me. People that our Prime Minister entrusted with so many responsibilities to move our government forward, to move BRGIE forward. People that our Prime Minister trusted to an extent and gave them some jobs, gave them some portfolios, gave them some important assignments to do in BRGIE. They have disappointed our Prime Minister. They have disappointed our government. They have disappointed the Biafran people. And you ask yourself, what is the reason behind all these disappointments, all these sabotages, all these backstabbings, all this social media noise that we are hearing now and then? What is the reason behind that? Does it mean that all these people that are in the cabinet of Prime Minister, does it mean that all of them were there for the sake of being there, not because they actually know the reason why they are there? Does it mean that people who were in this cabinet, they don't know the reason why they are there? I don't understand. I want to understand the reason why that a man Madabu, Joy Irobi, Bryson Ekoma, Obi Obudu, Rafa Jaire, Ruby Nnadi, and all these people that are now coming up with issues with the government, with issues with our acting Prime Minister. Does it mean that all these people were in this cabinet just for being in the cabinet, but not because they have something to offer to the Biafran people? Does it mean that these people never wanted our people to be free? Then if they never wanted our people to be free, why are they into the cabinet of our government? Why did the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU, why did all these people come in when the Biafran people needed them? Why did they come in into this government? And why are they still there if they don't want freedom? What is the reason? What would be your reason for joining a government that is fighting for freedom? And you have agreed to abide by the law of that government. You have even vowed to make sure that you support the Prime Minister to make sure that Biafra comes. And when the Prime Minister is not there, you are found wanting. What is the reason for all these men and women that are in BRGIE today, but they are not actually fighting for the freedom of the Biafran people? Why did people go to Finland to snap picture with the Prime Minister? Why did Adadio Ramma, Remy Juice, Biafra disunite, Chiamaka Ajaire, why are all these people shouting on top of their voices about accountability, about finance, about Ogechukwu Nkere? What is actually the problem? These are the questions that a lot of people are asking. These are the questions that are demanding for answers. These are questions that are very, very important that people should respond to. A lot of people who are not part of this government are asking, why are these people always fighting? Why is it that you people are not united? Why is it that you cannot focus on your freedom? Why is it that every time you people are fighting? Why is it that they are fighting Ogechukwu Nkere? Why is it that the Biafran people are attacking the CRC? Why is it that the Biafran people are attacking the Foreign Affairs Minister or the Internal Affairs Minister or the European Rep, Chiamaka Ajaire? These are lots and lots of questions that a lot of people are asking. You have a very good question, right? Gift, Favor, thank you for joining me. That's a very good question. Why are people attacking Ogechukwu Nkere? What is the position of Ogechukwu Nkere in the government? Why are people attacking Imam Madoabo? What is the position of Imam Madoabo in the government? Why are people attacking Obi Obudu or whatever she's called? Why are people attacking Tony Ekoma, Bryston? Why are people attacking Chomi Robi? Why are people attacking Ruby Nnadi? Why are people attacking Adadio Aranjo, who is not in cabinet? Remy Juice, Biafran disunite. My brothers and my sisters, these are the questions that a lot of people want to know. And in some cases, some people say you have to listen to the two parties. You have to listen to the two parties, three parties, and all the rest of them. Uche onye adịghị anjọ. Uche onye adịghị anjọ. But then, there are reasons why people are attacking whoever they are attacking. Your reasons might be genuine to you. To me, your reasons may not be genuine. Yes. Your reasons may not be genuine to me. And certainly your reasons are not genuine to me. That is why I have come this morning, my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, anywhere you are watching me from all around the world. It is very important that you know that if your name comes out on the media, there are something that you are doing that the Biafran people do not like, or there are something that you are doing that the Biafran people like. If your name comes up positively on the social media, it means that you are doing a lot of things positive for the Biafran people. But if there are backlash, if there are attacks on your name on the social media, it definitely means that you are on the wrong part of history. And there are things that you are doing that the people do not like, that is against, either is against the government, yes, which are the people, or is against the prime minister, which is the head of the government. Whatever you are doing, and the people are saying this one thing or the other, either they are attacking you. I want you to know that that thing you are doing, the people are attacking you, it is against the government, or it is against the prime minister, the head of the government. This is very, very important for every one of you that is asking questions. And that is the reason why I have come this morning to tell you the reason why some people's names are on social media for the wrong reasons. The reason why we are attacking you, the reason why I am attacking you, is because you are doing something that is against my prime minister. You are doing something that is against my government. You are doing something against my freedom, the freedom of my people. And that is why you are being attacked on social media. Yes. Our people should understand. More importantly, those of you in the government should understand that you did not come here, we the Biafran people did not come here to look at your faces. Our people should understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu built up this government. Yes, I will say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Forget about the fact that it was Simon Ekpa that brought us to this government. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started this journey on the path of truth. And it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the father, Simon Ekpa is the son. So it is on the foundation that he laid is where we are standing today. So for all of you that are in government, in BRGIE government, I want you to understand that the Biafran people, we are not here for jokes. We are not here for jokes. All of us that are on social media came here for a reason. And that singular reason is for Biafra to come. Most of us come to make money online. Other people came to make money online. Even when you are making money online, you are fighting for your freedom. Some came for the sole reason that they want to make money and forget about Biafra. Some have been advised, focus on your family affairs. Focus on what will benefit your children. Focus on what will benefit your family. Leave them to fight for their Biafra. And when they see that opportunity, they embrace it. When they see an opportunity of making money out of Biafran freedom, they embrace it and forget about the freedom that they have come to do. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not come here to make money. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not come to Biafran freedom to make money or to make friends, to get influence or to get property. No. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu joined the Biafran freedom to make a name for himself, for his generation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came on this Biafran freedom to free his people from bondage, to free his people from the hostage of the Nigerian terrorist state. That is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came. I want you to know that. A lot of people that are supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, they didn't have the mindset that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had. They didn't come for freedom. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came for freedom. They came to make money. They came for influence. They came for positions. And that is why when they find themselves in a position of authority, those of them who find themselves in a position of authority in Biafran Republic government in exile, they embrace that opportunity because they know that a time will come when the same reason that made them to join the freedom will really locate them. Because the Nigerian government, the terrorist Nigerian government are working behind round the clock, scouting for people who will try to destroy the Biafran Restoration Project. There is no other thing that Nigerian government is doing in Biafra other than to look for people who will try to help them, to sabotage, to destroy that thing that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be in jail in Nigeria. There are many people that are being recruited to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never succeeded in bringing Biafra to the Biafran people. And that is why anybody that finds himself or herself in authority in Biafra Republic government in exile, when the time comes for them to sabotage, they remember the same reason. The number one reason why they joined the government is to make money for themselves and make money for their families. And make money for their families. This is the singular reason a lot of people in the Biafran Republic government in exile today are trying their very best to make sure that they make lots and lots of money out of Nigerian government before Biafra eventually exit Nigeria. They know that they cannot destroy Biafran restoration. They know that. But because their primary aim and objective of joining the freedom is to make money, they will do everything humanly possible. When Nigerian comes upon them to sabotage, they accept. When the Nigeria come through a third party, they accept. When opportunity comes for them to make money out of the government, they accept. And that is why, my brothers and my sisters, this morning, I want you to understand that there are a group of individuals, as I speak to you now, in Biafran Republic government in exile. They thought they have arrived. They thought that they are at the helm of affairs of the Biafran Republic government in exile. So therefore, they have the opportunity at this time to make a lot of money. They have opportunity at this time to negotiate with the Nigerian government. They have opportunity at this time to create an avenue whereby they recruit individuals to help them get to the government of Nigeria and let them understand that they are at the helm of affairs at this time, that Nigeria can rely on them for the destruction of Biafran Republic government in exile. Having laid this foundation this morning, Biafrans, I want you to know, most importantly, all of us in the social media, I want you to know that media is a very strong force. In any nation, in any country that want to stand a test of time, media is very, very important and key to the progress of that nation. Then if you want to destroy individuals, if you want to destroy a government, media is also very, very important and key to the destruction of individuals or government. Because what we speak is what the world listens to. That was why it was very, very imperative that Nigerian government focused on media between 1967 to 1970 to create their own narrative, send their own propaganda. The West bought it, and they were able to use it against the Biafran people. But this time around, we have already captured the media. We are on Spaces. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. Biafrans are everywhere. And that is why at this particular time, all of us that are on media must help this government, Biafran Republic government in exile, must help Biafran government to promote its activities and to expose those who have come, not for the singular reason that they want to bring Biafra, but the singular reason that they want to make money out of Biafra and destroy Biafra for Nigeria. This is the time, if you are in media, to rise up, because duty calls. Duty have called upon you as a media personnel at this time to rise up, because there is fire on the mountain. A lot of things are happening, and that is why I've come this morning with a wonderful one of the expositions of a time like this. There are plans. There are plans to topple the Biafran Republic government in exile. Yes, there are plans. When I say plans, there are plans that individuals, people whom the Prime Minister put in position in Biafran Republic government in exile to oversee the activities of BRGIE, to help to build BRGIE, to help to create more awareness on BRGIE, to help to promote and propagate the gospel of our freedom, to help to make sure that our actions and activities, the Biafran Republic government in exile, the de facto government in exile, and the actions of the Biafran Defense Forces, they are being promoted on the media for people to understand the transparency of our government and the truthfulness of what we are doing. There are people who Prime Minister put in so many positions to do that. But today, those people have turned back against the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU. Those people have come out to destroy the Biafran Republic government in exile that the Prime Minister put in place. Those people have come out to destroy BRGIE that Mazi Nnamdi is so proud of. Those people have come out to destroy BRGIE that Mazi Simon Ekpa labored every day and night to make sure that we got to this stage. There are people who want to topple the government. There are people who want to destroy BRGIE. There are people who want freedom never to come to Biafra again. There are people who have embraced Nigeria as I speak to you right now. There are people who want the BDF to go into oblivion. There are people who want to sabotage to the extent that they don't give a damn what happens. If everybody will pack his and her bag and go home, that we not do again. That is their mindset. That is where they stand. That is what they are doing. And that is why you see all this noise, all this chaos that is happening in social media today. These people have sold their soul to the devil. These people have disappointed the Biafran people. These people have disappointed our Prime Minister. And we are here to make you understand that Biafran Republic government in exile is undestructive, like Mazi Nnamdi said, because we have uncovered every plan against our Prime Minister. We have uncovered every plan against our government. And we are not going to keep quiet and allow that to happen. It is not going to happen. So I want you to ask certain questions, Biafrans. I want you to ask Imam Maduabu, the CRC chairman. I want you to ask Imam Maduabu, the CRC chairman. Ask him the reason why he was elected or he was appointed to head the CRC committee. I want you to ask Dr. Bryson Ekoma, why was Mazi Simon Ekpa? Why did Mazi Simon Ekpa give him the platform of the Foreign Affairs Ministry? Biafrans, I want you to think, ask Dr. Bryson Ekoma, the Foreign Affairs Minister, why was he there in the Foreign Affairs? I want you to ask Chioma Ekoma, why was she given the Internal Affairs Minister? I want you to ask Ruby Nnadi, why is she the Minister of Education? I want you to ask Obi, why was she the European rep? All these people that I mentioned this morning, and there are Rafa Jere and all the rest of them, they have a duty that the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU assigned to each and every one of them. Imam Maduabu was to head the CRC department, the Conflict Resolution Committee. Imam Maduabu's scope of job or responsibility is to make sure that when there is fracas, when there are misunderstandings, when there are disagreements in the government, Imam Maduabu should step in to resolve such issues. Imam Maduabu was to, as an elderly man, he was given the responsibility to oversee that in Biafran Republic government in exile, it is conflict free. That was the reason why Imam Maduabu was given to head that committee, to resolve conflicts when it arises, either between individuals, between cabinet members, or departments in the government. In other words, Imam Maduabu should be a neutral individual. You ask Ruby Nnadi. Ruby Nnadi was given the Minister of Education. In other words, she was to focus on the aspect of education. Dr. Bryson Ekoma was given to head the foreign affairs. In other words, he should focus on the foreign affairs. Everything about foreign affairs, what are the Biafrans are in diaspora everywhere. You are to focus your attention on anything foreign. In other words, I want you to also ask Dr. Ekoma, Joy Ekoma, what is the reason why you were given internal affairs? Internal affairs that happens in BRGIE. Internal issues that are within the government and outside the government. You are to focus on that area. These are their scope. This is their areas that they should specialize and focus on. That is what these people are expected to do. But I want you to understand that today, as we speak, as I am speaking to you, fellow Biafrans and wonderful people that are listening to me this morning, as I speak to you, Imam Maduabu, who is the Conflict Resolution Committee chairman, Imam Maduabu left his work. He left conflict resolution. Imam Maduabu is planning a coup, have planned a coup to topple our government. Imam Maduabu brought in some people in order to topple the prime minister. in order to destroy BRGIE, Biafran Republic Government in Exile, in order to hand BRGIE over to Nigerian government, in order to make sure that the freedom that you and I have been fighting for a very long time, Imam Madabu is actually fighting to make sure that you and I are never free. Imam Madabu is making sure that everything is done within his disposal to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa and NJOKU and BRGIE are destroyed even before Mazi Simon Ekpa comes out. This is what is playing out at this time. And you ask me why. How do I know? Where are my sources? What are my evidences? Angonampo Nangbonabia. But before I say what I want to say, Biafrans, I want you to know that this freedom is in our hands. For the fact that you and I are on social media every time, we are telling America to recognize us. We want the world to recognize us. We want the world to come to our aid. We want the world to speak about us. We want the world to speak for us. We want the world to ask Nigeria to ask Nigeria what is the problem with Biafra. We want the world to ask Nigeria to negotiate with Biafra. In as much as all of us are looking towards that, I want you to understand that this freedom, it is in our hands to make it happen. This freedom, it is in our hands to make this freedom happen, to force the world to give us this freedom, to force Nigerian government to exit Biafra. It is in our hands. It is the freedom has been given on a platter of gold or not for us. The Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa and NJOKU have brought us to a situation, to a place, to a spot whereby this freedom is within our grasp. This freedom is in our hands. It is our time to take it. It is our time to pick it up. It is our time to now grab this freedom with every force that we have in us. It is not America that will give it to us. It is not Britain that will give it to us. This freedom is in our hands, my fellow brothers and sisters. Wherever you are watching me all over the world, this freedom is within our reach. It depends on you. Do you want to have this freedom? Do you really want this freedom, Biafrans? This is the question I want to ask you. If you really want this freedom, then show that you want this freedom. We cannot be on social media all the time. We are talking about freedom, freedom, freedom. Mazi Simon Ekpa have brought us to a stage whereby this freedom is in our hands. We determine what happened in this freedom. And that is why it is now our time to determine the fate of all these people that try to destroy Mazi Simon Ekpa and try to overthrow our government. Because they are part of those who are holding our freedom. I must be very sincere and frank with you. This freedom is in our hands, dear friends. America is not holding us so. France is not holding us. Nigeria is not holding us. The people that are trying to hold us from getting this freedom is these people that want to destroy Prime Minister, is these people that want to destroy our government. It is not about Ogenkere. I want you to know that Ogenkere is just, Ogenkere is, don't see Ogenkere as Ogenkere. See him as the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. Yes. Because Ogenkere is there for the Prime Minister. So it is not about Ogenkere. It is about the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa and NJOKU. Because he is the man at the moment that they are fighting. And remember what the Prime Minister said on October 30th, 2024. He said they want to get to him. But it's not about him. It's about you. It is about me. And it is about you. If you allow them to get to the prime minister, they have gotten to you. If you allow them to get to our government, they have gotten to you. If you allow them to destroy our government, they have gotten to us. And our freedom will never come. Oh, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the great God of our ancestors, the God that liveth in heaven, I thank you. I bless Chukwu Okike Abiyama for a time like this, so that he can open the eyes of the blind, the mind of the people, to understand the people that are actually standing on the way of our progress, people that are actually preventing our freedom from happening. In 2024, Ngozi Orabueze tried. Ngozi Orabueze tried. Why did Ngozi Orabueze strike? Why? Because Ngozi Orabueze was made the COS to the Prime Minister. You ask yourself, why is it that all these people that are sabotaging are coming from the government of Biafra? Why? Why did Ngozi Orabueze strike? Ngozi Orabueze struck because she had an agreement with the Nigerian state to destroy Biafra. Ngozi Orabueze struck. That was the first strike against our Biafran Republic government in exile. It took us by surprise because none of us expected what happened to happen. And we saw the impact of the sabotage of Ngozi Orabueze in our government. We still see the impact. We feel the impact tomorrow. But because Chukwu Okike Abiyama have destined that Biafra must come, nobody is going to destroy it. That was why, even when 97% tried to destroy the finance of our government through Ngozi Orabueze, Chukwu Okike Abiyama made himself visible. He made us to understand that he is the chairman, he is the chief executive, he is the director of this agitation that we are. And that was why Ngozi Orabueze failed, and failed very, very woefully indeed. Ngozi Orabueze failed very woefully indeed. And even while Ngozi Orabueze failed, the remnant of Ngozi Orabueze were still in the government. They were watching what will be the reaction of Biafrans when Ngozi Orabueze failed. They were watching what will be the outcome of the sabotage of Ngozi Orabueze. What will be the actions and the reactions of the Biafran people. They were watching to know what will be the fate of Ngozi Orabueze. Having seen what DOS did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they were watching to see what will happen to Ngozi Orabueze. As a matter of fact, they stayed on the sideline, never encouraging the actions and activities of the government of Biafra against Ngozi Orabueze. Most of the people that came out right now to show their true color, to show their true nature against our government, were in from the first day against this government and against our Prime Minister. This is something that a lot of you should understand. So why the government was taking actions against... Good morning, how are you? I'm fine too. So why the government was trying to take action against Ngozi Orabueze, the remnants of Ngozi Orabueze who were in this government, they were actually watching, waiting to know what will be the outcome of Ngozi Orabueze and the sabotage against our government. And when the government eventually took action against Ngozi Orabueze, these people were very, very unhappy. These people became very, very angry and angered by the action that the government of Biafra took against Ngozi Orabueze. But remember, I want to let you go back. When Ngozi Orabueze was committing all these atrocities against our government, Biafrans went to Finland, and our Prime Minister told the government, through the attorney Marianne, sent a message to Ngozi Orabueze to desist from what she was doing. It was only the information department of the government that were actually speaking. All these men and women who were part of the government, who were part of Ngozi, but were secretly hiding in the government, were keeping quiet. Now, when they saw that Ngozi Orabueze was not actually budging, she was not ready to listen to the prime minister, she was not ready to listen to the government, she was not even ready to listen to the attorney. What did the government do? The Biafran people encouraged the government to go against Ngozi Orabueze on a legal way, legally, because we have our charter, we have our bylaws, we have the attorney, okay, and we have our lobbies. This is a government that is legal, built on the rule of law. Then we asked the government, the attorney, to litigate Ngozi, and the attorney took it upon himself and litigated Ngozi. And once that litigation was made public, all these people who are now coming up now, they were angered, they were annoyed that the Biafran government have to take such action, drastic action against Ngozi Orabueze. But they were here when Ngozi Orabueze was trying to destroy our government, trying to implicate our prime minister who is answering questions for Biafra in Finland. None of them uttered a word. None of them said anything. All of them kept quiet until the litigation was made public. They are now getting annoyed and they are now angered. And that angry was the reason why Imam Madabu, who is supposed to be a man of integrity, who should be a man that should focus on his scope of work and focus on the jurisdiction that he was assigned to do, Imam Madabu now galvanized a lot of cabinet members to come and topple the prime minister, to topple our BRGIE and destroy our government. That is so sad. I want each and every one of you to know that the information we are getting is that, oh my goodness me, if you read the memos, and let me use it here to make this very, very important. Any memo, every memo that comes from office of the CRC, every memo that comes from the Internal Affairs Minister, Choma Ekoma, every memo that comes from Joy Irobi, Ambazonia Alliance Chair, every memo that comes from Obudu, disregard them. These people are in to topple the government of BRGIE. They are working with Imam Madabu against this government, against the prime minister. Every memo you see on social media that is against our acting prime minister, Ogechukwu Nkere, I want you to know, take Ogechukwu Nkere out of the picture, put prime minister in that memo. That is the prime minister they are taking out. They want to take out our prime minister. They want to hand this government to Nigeria. They want to hand BRGIE to the Nigerian government so that they can destroy our freedom. So any memo at all out there, disregard it. It doesn't hold any water. It is not from the government. It is not from the Biafran people. We are the people. We decide what happens in our government. So, Imam Madabu was here in 2024 when Ngozi Orabueze tried to destroy the Biafran Republic government. They came up with accountability. Ngozi Orabueze wanted to know how the defense line is being run. Ngozi Orabueze wanted the chairman of the Defense Council, Mazi Success, to add her into the WhatsApp group of the Biafran Defense Forces in the homeland. Mazi Success said no. That is not the directive or the direction, or that is not what the Prime Minister asked them to do. Ngozi Orabueze Success became an enemy to Ngozi Orabueze. And that was the reason why Ngozi Orabueze called Success a criminal and said that Success was not working for the interest of the Prime Minister. Ngozi Orabueze want to have the contact of Igwe Butuza, want to speak with Igwe Butuza. Ngozi Orabueze wants to know what the finance is doing in the purchase of arms, in the purchase of granite, and all the rest of them in the homeland. She wants to be added into the platform of the defense and as well into the finance. And Ogechukwu Nkere said, no, your area is to focus on the office of the Prime Minister and not to have knowledge of the defense of the land. Neither is it to have knowledge of the financial stand of the Biafran government. Because of that, Ngozi Orabueze called Ogechukwu Nkere a criminal. That was the reason why Ngozi Orabueze fought against the government, and that was the reason why she separated. When she saw that the Biafran Defense Forces, Mazi Success, and Ogechukwu Nkere could not add her to the platform that she wanted to be added into, she knew that her own is over. She don't have any other option than to start the fight against the government, against Ogechukwu Nkere, and against Mazi Success. Imam Madabu and all these people saw all these things that were playing out. They kept quiet. They never openly fought against Ngozi Orabueze. Do you know the reason why? The reason why Imam Madabu and all these people never came out wholeheartedly in strong times against Ngozi Orabueze is that they are also part of Ngozi Orabueze clique. These people were having it rosy with Ngozi Orabueze when the Prime Minister was here. As a matter of fact, when the Prime Minister was here, Ngozi Orabueze was only quarreling with a certain group of cabinet members who she does not agree with. And all these group members whom Ngozi Orabueze does not agree with are the ones who are standing very strong with our government up to tomorrow. They are the people that are standing very strong with the government up to tomorrow. Now, Imam Madabu, in the same vein, what Ngozi Orabueze acted, that the Biafran people refused her the knowledge of, it is what Imam Madabu also wanted at this time. Biafrans, do you know that Imam Madabu want to know what is happening in the defense? Imam Madabu wanted Mazi Success and our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere to include him in the activities, in the information that is coming from the defense line, from the defense department. The information of the defense is confidential. That of the finance are confidential. Imam Madabu want to know what is happening in the defense. Imam Madabu wants to know what is happening in the homeland. Imam Madabu wants to know what is happening in the finance. And when Success and our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere could not divulge any information about the defense and about our finance, Imam Madabu Abaka, Imam Madabu now got angry and said that he will certainly destroy the Prime Minister. He will certainly destroy this government. He didn't say it with his mouth. Action speak louder than voice. Action speak louder than voice. That is, the actions of Imam Madabu is now speaking to the Biafran people that he must destroy the Biafran government and that of the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU. He wants the government to be toppled. That is the reason why Imam Madabu positioned Adadio Ramma. That is the reason why Imam Madabu positions Remi Juice. That is the reason why Imam Madabu positions Biafra Unite. Because he knows that the BRGIE media is under the control of the Minister of Information, Sonny Akparawa. And Sonny Akparawa cannot allow such sabotage to happen in Biafran government. And Imam Madabu understands the importance of media. He understands the very, very important aspect or important position that the media is playing in every government. That was why Imam Madabu now gave that task to Ada Ndochu. Biafra disunite and the Remigius to go into the media and start their media propaganda against our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere. So Biafrans, I want you to reflect your mind back. What happened a month back? Why Adadio Oramma was talking about account, talking about Ogechukwu resignation, talking about the men on the ground, they are not getting what they used to get. The same thing is being echoed by Remigius and Biafra Unite. The person, the man that is responsible for all this propaganda, for all these accusations against our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere is Imam Madabu, the CRC chairman. For you to know what is happening, Imam Madabu is the reason why Biafran disunite, disrespect our government, because they know that Ogechukwu Nkere cannot, never accept Imam Madabu to know the things that he is not supposed to know in our government. That was why they positioned Biafran Unite, all these three people who are in the media, to build the mind of the Biafrans, to porous the mind of the Biafrans, to blackmail Ogechukwu Nkere before Biafrans against the Biafran people, to blackmail Ogechukwu Nkere against the Biafran people, so that when eventually they strike, Biafrans will say, okay, is that what is happening? This is actually what is playing out at this time. I want you to know that Imam Madabu do not mean well for this freedom. For the freedom of the Biafran people, Imam Madabu is a mole, is a destroyer. Imam Madabu is somebody that is working for the Nigerian state. Imam Madabu has something in common with Ngozi Orabueze. And that is why, Biafrans, I want you to understand that these people have come to destroy our freedom. And they can only succeed if you and I keep quiet and allow them to succeed. Otherwise, we are here to make sure that these their plans never materialize. Not why we are here. Not why we are here in the media. They can never succeed. So, when they went on social media and told Adadio Oramma, Remigius, to start selling that narrative to Biafrans, because they know Imam Madabu actually knew that Sonny Akparawa have a very strong media. He knows that. And there is no way he can come up with such suggestion to Sonny and Sonny will accept. So he has to use the ones who are already falling out of the government to be able to build the mind, to create that chaos on the social media so as to come against our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere. And when they started that, Biafran people lambasted them. We faced them squarely. We try to educate them. One thing they forget is that the Biafran Charter is very, very potent. The Biafran Charter, in any action that you are taking against our government, if you don't go with the Biafran Charter, you are not making any headway. You are not going to succeed. So they forget about the potency of the Biafran Charter. They forget about that it is the charter that guides the activities. It is the charter that guides the principles of our government. It is the charter that Ogechukwu Nkere is working with. It is the charter that Sonny Akparawa is working with. Then them that are the betrayers ignore the charter and we are doing things on their own, not knowing that the charter will come against them in the nearest future. They thought that when they talk against Ogechukwu Nkere, Biafran people will just come out and fight against Ogechukwu Nkere. The charter gave the government. The government is under the control of the prime minister. The government, the head of the government is the prime minister. But in this case, the head of the government is Ogechukwu Nkere. He was elected by the same people who are now trying to take him out. He was elected to head the government until the prime minister rejoins us. So they did not take into cognizance that the charter, every power is invested on the prime minister. In this case, a committee have no power over the head of the government. That is what the charter says. They didn't take that into consideration. They think, or they thought that they can just wake up in the morning and a committee will just super overhead or supersede or now have more influence or more power against the head of the government. So why Adadio Aramma, Remi Juice and the Biafra Unite were calling for the resignation of the acting prime minister, they didn't know that the charter already had a provision. There is no way the acting prime minister can be removed. It's like removing the head of the government. And for you to do that, the cabinet, it is the cabinet, the responsibility of the cabinet to do that. But in this case, there is no act of sabotage that is found with the acting prime minister. So why are you fighting against Ogechukwu Nkere if he has not committed any crime? If the Biafran Defense Forces, if the de facto government in the homeland are giving vote of confidence on the acting prime minister or credence on his activities in the homeland, which power have you to say that the acting prime minister must go for you? Who gave you the power? So they didn't consider the potency of the Biafran Charter. And that is why our charter is very, very important. Very, very important. People downplay the potency of the Biafran Charter. And that is what is haunting them till tomorrow. Now, Imam Madabu went to Finland when they saw that Adadio Aramma, Remi Juice and Biafra Unite could not succeed, poisoning the minds of Biafrans because of the solid media team that Mazi Soni Akpara were put in place. When they saw that they could not destroy Ogechukwu Nkere, what did they do? They now came up with a plan. Imam Madabu came up with a plan with Rafa Jaire, with Dr. Bryston, with Ekoma, with Joy, and with Opi and Joy Irobi. They just came up with a plan to go to Finland. They came up with a plan to go to Finland and, present themselves before the prime minister, take photo with the prime minister, so that when they take photo with the prime minister, Biafran people will love our prime minister. Okay, we love Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU so well for what he's doing. So when they went to Finland, their plan was to take photo with the prime minister, and they come back to say they discussed with the prime minister, and this is what the prime minister said. They went to Finland to take photos so that when they come back, when they now release what they have against Ogechukwu Nkere, that the Biafran people will now support them. After all, they have gone to Finland, they saw our prime minister, and our prime minister may be in accordance with what they are doing. And that is the reason why I want each and every one of you to go back to the picture they took in Finland with our prime minister. That picture is a million words. That picture that our prime minister was eyeing them, was looking at them in a very funny way. I want you to know that that picture has 1,000,000 words on it. Very, very important. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, is a spiritual man. Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku is a very spiritual person. The coming of Imam Madabo, Rafa Jere, Adadio Oramjo, who is castigating the government, and Dr. Bryston and Obiobodo, for the fact that they went to Finland to take picture. The Prime Minister had a premonition of what these people came to do, is to use him to confuse Biafrans all over the world because of the action or because of the atrocity they wanted to commit. That was why you saw the eye that the Prime Minister was looking at them. You saw the way the Prime Minister was looking at them in that photo. And that photo has 1,000,000 words and have 1,000,000 meanings on it. So now, when Imam Madabo was prevented from having access to the finance, having access to the men on the ground, what did Imam Madabo do? He now gathered a meeting of all these people who call themselves doctors and nurses and professors. They now ganged up against Ogechukwu Nkere and the de facto government in the homeland, or the chairman of the Biafran Defense Council. Imam Madabo supervised series of meetings against Ogechukwu Nkere, against our Prime Minister, against our government. Imam Madabo supervised a lot of meetings against the Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere. The Prime Minister, because he's the acting Prime Minister. Imam Madabo supervised meetings against Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku and against our government. Because he could not be given access into the account, because Imam Madabo could not be given access to the defense, they now come up with a suggestion to change the Biafran government account, to control the account themselves, since the acting Prime Minister could not give them access to the account of the government and to the defense of the homeland. That is the reason why they went and changed the account, the website, so that our government or the acting Prime Minister will not have access to that account. So, Biafrans, I want each and every one of you to think about this. What is the business of Imam Madabo in the government account? What is the business of CRC chairman? What is the business of a CRC chairman in the defense and the finance of the homeland? Holy River is not somebody's name. Holy River is not somebody's name. So if you want to talk, you come with your real account. You know, most of you come with fake accounts. This may be Imam Madabo speaking, or maybe some of them who are supporting them. Because you all are agents of the Nigerian state. We know you for who you are. We know all of you for who you are. What is the business of Imam Madabo, who was supposed to be a neutral person when it comes to the governance, when it comes to BRGIE? He is supposed to focus on conflict resolution committee. What business has Imam Madabo with the finance? What business has Imam Madabo with the defense? That is the only question I want to ask this fool that call himself Holy River. I know you may be Imam Madabo. Tell me the connection between Imam Madabo, who is conflict resolution chairman, to becoming a defense man or to becoming an accountant. You don't have answer to that, do you? Because you are a fool. So Biafrans, they came up with the account. Imam Madabo supervised series of meetings against the Prime Minister and against the government in order to bring out an account, to control that account. Since Ogechukwu Nkere and the chairman of the Biafran Defense Council, Mazi Success, could not give him access to the defense in the homeland and as well as the financial status of the Biafran Republic government in exile. So when they went to Finland and took pictures and came back, and they now told you that through the European rep or Obi, they now say they are passing vote of no confidence on the acting prime minister. Oh, they are now giving you memo that they are suspending him. They are suspending him. Does CRC have power over the head of the government? I'm asking you, fool. CRC, does he have power over the head of the government? CRC was a committee that was set up by the government itself, the prime minister itself. Does it have power over the government? It's just like a nwa boy na aka oge ya. So, Biafrans, we cannot allow this to happen. Not in our own time. They have gotten to a stage that these people, we must show them that we Biafrans are solidly behind our prime minister. It is not about Ogechukwu Nkere. I want you to know that. So don't think it's about Ogechukwu Nkere. What these people are doing is not against Ogechukwu Nkere. It's against the prime minister and it's against our government. So what they did in Finland was to take picture, to come and convince Biafrans that Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU is in agreement with them. They are lies. They are all liars. They are all deceivers. Don't take them for serious. Don't take any of them serious. They have come to destroy our government and our freedom. And we cannot allow that to happen. Dear friends, I want you to know that this freedom is our freedom. We must do everything to make sure that we preserve this freedom with everything that we have. Do you know that Imam Madabu, all of them are aware that our prime minister can never support such thing? There is no way the prime minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU, will allow any other person into the defense. As a matter of fact, when prime minister was here, Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU, he warned anybody to contacting the men on the ground. The same thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned against, that nobody should be calling the men on the ground. Everybody should focus on the area that you were assigned to focus. The area that you were assigned to focus. Nobody was to look into the defense. Nobody was to look into the finance. The finance is a very confidential area. And that is why the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU, gave Ogechukwu Nkere the responsibility of overseeing the financial department of the Biafran Republic government in exile. And now, coincidentally, the government saw the need for Ogechukwu Nkere to act as the prime minister. And that was why that same position was given to him. Now that they thought that Ogechukwu Nkere is a pushover. They now accused him of so many things. They started accusing him of so many things, irrelevant things, in order to get to him, in order to get our prime minister, in order to get our defense. And when Ogechukwu Nkere could not budge, they now come up with this coup plot to dethrone our government. But we, the media, are here. We cannot allow that to happen. So what you see, Rafa Jerry, the part that was assigned to Rafa Jerry is to focus on the media, to try to deceive as many Biafrans as possible, to join Adadio Ramma, to join Remigius and Biafran Unite, to preach this their false narrative against Ogechukwu Nkere. They came out, they go and forge a memo that Ogechukwu Nkere gave himself the president and removed the prime minister. Who cares? As long as Ogechukwu Nkere is working in good terms with the Biafran Defense Forces in the homeland, as long as the de facto government in the homeland, the men on the ground are not complaining, what else do you need? What else are we fighting for? We are fighting for our freedom. We are not fighting for position. We are not fighting for position. We are fighting to be free from the terrorist Nigerian state. And that is our area of focus. Yes, they see Arusi chairman Imam Madabu want to topple the prime minister, topple our government, and make sure that every action that is taken against Ngozi Orabueze is dropped. That is the reason why he wants to get into the defense. He wants to get into the finance so that they can destroy our government. But they underestimated Ogechukwu Nkere, the acting prime minister. And that is why we love him. Ogechukwu Nkere is going nowhere. He is the acting prime minister, and nobody is going to take him away from there. All these shenanigans, all this social media noise that they are making is getting them nowhere. Ogechukwu Nkere still remains the acting prime minister till tomorrow. There is nothing any of them can do to change it. Very, very important. So, Biafrans, I want you to know that if you are looking for the enemy of this government, Imam Maduabu, outside Ngozi Orabu Fulani, Imam Maduabu is number 2. Imam Maduabu is not happy that Ngozi Orabueze is taken to court. That is another information I want you people to know. Imam Madabu was questioning the acting prime minister. The reason why they have to take Ngozi to court without their consent. All these people that you see fighting against Ngozi Orabueze, fighting against Ogechukwu Nkere, they are fighting because Ngozi Orabueze was taken to court. And they were asking, why didn't Ogechukwu Nkere inform them before taking Ngozi Orabueze to court? So you ask them, what affiliation, what contract do they have with Ngozi Orabueze that they are now angry that the government have taken Ngozi Orabueze to court? And why are they changing our account? Why did they change account? Did the men on the ground, did they complain? Biafran Defense Forces, have they come out to tell you that they are not getting logistics? So why are they focusing on account and the finance? Why are they focusing on defense and the finance? That is a question that every sensible Biafran should be asking all these people. Why are they focusing on the defense and the finance? Why? If they don't have any ulterior motive against our government, against our prime minister. Remember what Musa said. Attack their finance, attack their defense, and they are going to fall. That is what Ngozi could not achieve. Imam Madabu want to help him as well, help her as well. Ruby Nnadi, who is a partner in Nigeria People's Club with Ngozi Orabueze, also want to help her soulmate, or want to help her comrade. All of them are in this government, and that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said the coming of Biafra will be a miracle. Even in the midst of the enemies, Biafra will come. Yes. Even in the midst of the enemies, one thing that they should have prevented if they never wanted Biafra to come, they would have succeeded if they prevented the emergence of Biafran Republic government in exile. The Biafran Republic government in exile is one thing that they should have prevented if they wanted to succeed. But as long as the Biafran Republic government in exile, they didn't succeed in stopping it from coming, they can never stop Biafran from emerging. This is the truth and nothing but the truth. And that is why they are all failures. All of them have failed. Imam Madabu, you have failed the Biafran people. Ruben Nnadi, we already know now that it's become very clear that the reason why you people are fighting to destroy our government. It is very, very clear right now that you people are actually working with Ngozi Orabueze. Ngozi Orabueze was the option A. You people are option B. and the remnants that are still in the government. Option C, if A could not, A is the toppest, B is little, you people are not going anywhere. The Biafran people are awake. We are very much in for this freedom, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop our freedom from coming. Enwere ihe unu ga-eme, anyị ekwechirigo. Anyị ekwechirigo. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu must be free. That man has suffered much. Our prime minister must be free. And that was why you people went to Finland to ask Finland for a time, for at least 3 months. They went to Finland to ask for Finland at least 3 months before they can judge the matter for our prime minister, so that they can see if they can be able to destroy the Biafran Republic government in exile. Nigerian government failed totally. Nigerian government failed totally. You went to Finland. Nigerian government went to Finland, brought some people over. Ngozi Orabufulani also went to Finland. And their argument was that Simon Ekpa, at least in the next 3 months, before they can judge the matter for Simon Ekpa, they can give them time to see if they can destroy the government. They wanted to destroy the government. That is the time the Nigerian government wants to destroy the government. But they are not going to succeed in destroying this government. It is not going to happen. All of you that are planning to topple the government, destroy our prime minister, you all are failures. You have already failed. It can never happen. The gatekeepers are here. The gatekeepers are here. We are not going to fold our hands and watch you destroy the freedom of my people, the freedom of my children. It is not going to happen. So Biafrans, anywhere that you are and you are listening, I want you to know that Biafra Inacho is very close with us. The Biafra that we want, it is in our hands. The people that are trying to make sure that this Biafra never come are people like Imam Madabu, who want to topple our government, who want to topple the prime minister. These are the people that we have to confront at this time. They are the people. Nigerian government, you remember what Gowon said? Gowon sige na oburu na yama. That is our people like Ego. There is no need going to war with Biafra. Gowon said, if he has known that our people, the Biafran people, love money, he wouldn't have embarked on this fruitless war that never benefited Nigeria anything. Even after the war, 58 years after the war, we are still fighting to be free from Nigeria. So did Nigeria succeed in defeating Biafra? No. Because the ideology, it is now stronger than it was then. So the Nigerian government have earmarked a large sum of money to see and bribe as many Biafrans as possible to make sure that they stop this Biafran from coming. And that is why you have been seeing all this sabotage from left, right, and center. Ngozi 2024. This is Imam Madabu 2025. The coup plotters 2025. At this stage that our government is close to recognition, at this stage that our freedom is close, our recognition is close, that is when Imam Madabu will come with his group to try to destroy what we are doing, to try to destroy what we are doing to be free from the Nigerian government. And you think that the Biafran people can fold their hands and watch that happen? It is not going to happen. Biafrans, if you love this message that I'm preaching, I want you to share this message. It is not only good to come in here and just watching. No, I don't want people to watch. I want people who will watch and share so that people can get this information. Yes, in as much as I appreciate your presence here, I want you to share this information. Tag them. Let them come and hear. This is the message of redemption and truth. Because we are not here. We didn't come here to make friends. We didn't come here to make friends. We come here to speak the truth. Before I joined this freedom, I saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in my dream. I know what I saw with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In the dream, not I said in the dream. Okay? So there are most of us, even if we don't have money, we have integrity. Good name is better than riches. So I have not come here to make any friend. No, I come here because I want my people to be free. I want my children, I myself want to be free. I want to go home to my ancestral land. So therefore, anything that you do against my government, I am going to say it the way it is. I'm not going to mince words. I am not going to mince words. I am not going to romance words. Okay? So all of you that Imam Madabu have gathered to fight against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa NJOKU, all of you are failures. You all have failed. You can never succeed. Your sabotage has failed. I want you to know that. You went to Finland to get the mind of the Prime Minister with photo, to come back and deceive Biafrans with photo, that the Prime Minister is sanctioning the change of account, even when there is nothing that is wrong with the account. Even when the men on the ground, the Biafran Defense Forces are not complaining of logistics. Even when they have passed vote of confidence on the acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere, what do you want Biafran people to believe? You had series of meetings. You went and have series of meetings on the ground when the head of government is not aware. Because the head of the government and the Biafran Defense Council in the homeland could not add you to the defense in the homeland, to the group. He could not give you update on what is happening in the defense and the finance. So therefore, you now come up to fight against the acting Prime Minister, to fight against the defense. Imam Madabu, I want you to know that your time is up. The Biafran people are really angry at this time. And we are going to rubbish each and every one of you on the social media. All of you that have joined hands to fight against our freedom, to make sure that our Prime Minister did not come out, we are going to engage you very soon. Very, very soon. You people should understand that no, we cannot allow that to happen. You send out your attack dogs, Adadio Ramma, Remijos and Biafra unite, to go and attack our government, to go and tarnish the image of our government online, because you want to be the Prime Minister, you want to topple the government, you want to hand over our government to Nigerian government. You are insane. Chukwuemeka Daniel, I have seen what you wrote here. You said, you guys are just playing games. How can you have Biafra? Why some of your brothers are governors and senators in the country you want to separate from? Let me tell you. You see, one thing most of you lack reasoning, and you lack sensibility, you lack knowledge. Freedom, in freedom fighting, everybody cannot agree with you in freedom fighting. It takes a little minority, a very little group of people to bring freedom to a greater majority. 12 people, America that you see today, only 12 people brought freedom to the American people. 12. I said 12 people. So if you don't know what freedom is all about, just go and rest and be sleeping. You don't expect everybody to come and fight for freedom. No. There are people who will fight for freedom. How many people freed Nigeria from Britain, even if it is paper freedom? How many? Do they reach up to 20? No. So what are you saying? It doesn't matter whether our brothers and sisters are in the Nigerian cabinet. This is our land. We are talking about our land. By the time we delegitimize Nigeria in our land, you see all those people that you are talking about. They are inconsequential. It is the people. The power resides with the people. In this case, over 50 million Biafrans voted for Biafra. If you don't know it today. So it doesn't matter whether these people in our land, they are not going to agree with us. Okay? They are not going to agree with us. Over 50 million Biafrans voted for Biafra. And we have restored the declaration of Biafra. What we are waiting now is to, by the time we evict all these terrorists in our land, all those people that you are talking about, they are inconsequential. The governors, the senators, the House of Rep members, each and every one of them, all those ones are inconsequential. That is why we are not focusing on them. We know the ones we are focusing, okay? So forget about that. You don't know anything. Just stay on the sideline and be watching. You are going to see how everything is going to play out. Okay? You will just sleep in Nigeria and you wake up in Biafra. There is no two ways about that. I don't understand what you mean. You say you guys are just playing games. How can you have Biafra? Why some of your brothers are governors and someone and senator in the country? Yes. So what are you saying? I don't understand. I understand what you just said. 100%. I do understand it. But I want you to know that you don't understand what freedom is all about. You think that everybody will just come together and fight for freedom. No. 12 people, 12, fought for America that you see today. Okay? How many people demanded for independence from Britain to Nigeria? How many? Is it every Nigerian? No. So in this case, Biafra, we have exited Nigeria. If you don't know. If you don't know that we have exited Nigeria, then you must be joking. We have already exited Nigeria. Okay? By the time all these terrorists in our land are evicted, you know what I mean. All these political players, they are inconsequential. They are nothing. Under a day, just one command, every one of them will run away. If you don't know. So forget that side. We know what we are doing. The only problem we have is in our government right now, that some people are still playing the card of Nigeria in our government. Some people are still taking money from Nigeria to sabotage what we are doing. That is the reason why we are saying that it can never happen. Not this time that we are here. Okay? Anybody that comes to fight against our government, you are a gunner. We are going to finish you. So, Imam Madabo want to topple the government, want to topple our prime minister because he was not allowed to know the intricacies of the defense and the finance. That is why he calls meetings against the acting prime minister. He now sent people out there in the social media to fight against the acting prime minister. They now send out memo to start writing all manner of memo against the acting prime minister, who is loved by the people. Imam Madabo is already a failure. He is the architect of the latest plot against our government. And thank God they failed very, very woefully. So Biafrans, Ogechukwu Nkere is the acting prime minister. Ogechukwu Nkere is doing a very, very wonderful job. The Biafran Defense Forces are complimenting him. The Biafran Defense Forces are acknowledging the activities and the positive responses that they are getting from Ogechukwu Nkere when it comes to logistics and the protection of our land. They have given him vote of confidence. The Biafran Defense Forces, the Biafran people have given Ogechukwu Nkere vote of confidence. And that is why he is still the acting prime minister till tomorrow. Nobody should allow anybody to come against our government. We are not going to take that. Not today, not tomorrow. So we must support Ogechukwu Nkere. And having said that, I want to use this opportunity to appeal to you, my listeners, all of you in this platform. Tomorrow is our day of fundraising. As you all know, because Ogechukwu Nkere and the Biafran Defense Council could not allow Imam Madabo to know anything about our defense and our finance, what did they do? They went backstage and changed the website for our donation. Now, the government donation site is the Zelle and PayPal. So tomorrow is our fundraising. Just like it rained last Saturday, I want you all to come out in mass this Saturday, tomorrow, to make sure that we support this government. Ogechukwu Nkere is doing wonderfully well. He is the reason why the men on the ground are standing very strong. Okay? He is the reason why the defense of the land is standing gidigbam. Have you had any complaint from the defense forces? That is why the Prime Minister is very, very proud with Ogechukwu Nkere. That is the reason why the Prime Minister gave him that position. The men on the ground are not complaining. The men on the ground are so much happy with what Ogechukwu Nkere is doing, sending them logistics as at when due. So tomorrow, we have to come out in mass and support the government and donate to the government so that our land will be protected. Very, very important. It is the opportunity for each and every one of you to come and support our government. Those who come to destroy can never succeed, because this project, like I said, is Chukwu Okike Abiama's project. We are instrument that Olusegun is using to accomplish this task. We will not allow anything to happen to our Ogechukwu Nkere. We will not allow the Biafran Defense Forces to lack logistics. No way. We will make sure that we support them with everything that we have. And that is why tomorrow fundraising, everybody must be present. Even if you don't have anything to donate, please come out and support the government. Come out and ginger people who are donating. Very, very important. So thank you so much for joining me. My brother, we have already gotten Biafra. If you don't know, I want you to know that we have already gotten Biafra. It's people like you that have not seen it, and there is no way you can see it, because you don't know that Biafra is here already. Okay? Because you all are far from the government, and there is no way you can see it. And that is why I say you sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra. Biafra is already here with us. So don't say what you don't know. Okay? We are here in Biafra already. I want you to know that we are here in Biafra already. One name matter. If actually you are a Biafran, I know you are not a Biafran, because anybody that speaks in this manner is either a Yoruba or a Fulani man. Yes, or those who are born in Biafran land, who are not Biafrans 100%. Yes, that is the way they speak. It's either you are a Yoruba man, because you are discouraging people from fighting for their freedom, because you love one Nigeria so much. Please enjoy your one Nigeria. We are no longer Nigerians. We are Biafrans. By the time you wake up in Nigeria, you wake up in Biafra land, that is the only time you will believe. And it's not going to be long. Okay? So continue deceiving yourself, thinking that, oh, you are in Nigeria, that you can't get Biafra. You are in Nigeria. You can't get Biafra. We have gotten Biafra. As I'm speaking to you, we are already in Biafra, but I'm in exile. But we are going to come back very soon, okay? So, Biafrans, I really appreciate your time this morning. I want you to take this home. Imam Madabo wanted to destroy the Prime Minister and hand over our government back to Nigeria. What Ngozi could not do, Imam Madabo wanted to help Nigeria do it. But unfortunately, the Biafran Charter have been able to expose each and every one of them. They failed. They failed even before starting. And we will continue to do the needful to educate you people on what you need to know about the latest of the coup plotters. Very, very important. Okay, Sam, that is you. Thank you so much. So I want to really appreciate everybody who have been with me. We have spent 1 hour 45 minutes. That was good. That was fine. So I want everybody to join me next time I come your way, but don't forget that tomorrow is our fundraising. Very, very important that every one of you that is here join that fundraising. Even if you don't have anything, come and give moral support to Biafrans. Come and give moral support to the Biafran Defense Forces. Come and give moral support to the acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere and members of the cabinet who are standing very strong to make sure that our freedom is restored. Come and stand very strong for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister, because we are expecting them any moment from now. And anybody that is coming to tell you that, oh, vote of no confidence on this, vote of no confidence on that, any memo that you are seeing online, disregard it. These memos are coming from the Nigerian state apologists who are in BRGIE, and they have failed even before they started. Our acting Prime Minister still remains Ogechukwu Nkere. He is the head of the government. He is the head of the government. There is no two ways about it. Nobody is going to change that. So any action that you take outside the head of the government is null and void. There is no committee that have even had more power than the head of the government in any government. It does not exist. So all this memo that is flying left, right, and center are propagandas by the 2025 coup plotters headed by Imam Madabo. All of them have already failed, even before starting. So, wonderful people and lovers of freedom, I really appreciate every one of you who joined me this morning. I want you to know that this freedom is in our hands. The freedom that we are fighting is in our hands. Don't expect America to give you your freedom. Don't expect Nigeria to free you. We have to free ourselves from this bondage that we find ourselves. And freeing ourselves, we have to start freeing ourselves from the in-house saboteurs, in-house destroyers of this government who are here with us. You think that they are here to fight for freedom? No. They are actually here to fight against our freedom. And we have been able to know them. We are seeing them. We know where they are coming from. And we will continue to fight them until we eventually free ourselves from them. Very, very important, because the in-house saboteurs are more dangerous than the outsiders. Because all okay nke no no gaziri outside, gagwa nke na outside na azu di n'ime ngiga. You understand? So these are the people who are more dangerous than the Fulani or the herdsmen that we have in our various communities. Imagine people coming to destroy the government that was put in place to safeguard our land. People who are trying to topple the government of the people. People who are trying to topple the Prime Minister Maazị Simon Ekpa Njoko and destroy all his years and years of sweat to make sure that freedom comes to his people. We are not going to allow that to happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. That is why we must say it the way it is, without mincing words. We didn't come here to make friends. We come here for our freedom. And it's our freedom that we must have. Imam Madabo, you must desist from this your evil plan against our Prime Minister. Bryce Tinekoma, you must remove your hand from all this sabotage against our government. Ruby Nnadi, we already know you are a People's Club of Nigeria member, like Ngozi Orabueze. You have already failed. Rafa Jere, Madam Rafa Jere, You are already a saboteur. Not today we know you. Not today we know you. You have been there. We are just watching you with one eye. Now that you are also out, you have shown yourself, your true nature, that yes, a saboteur is always saboteur. Get out of the way from us. Get out of the way from us. We know the laugh this time around though. Joy Irobi, a woman that you should focus on the freedom. You are joining the terrorists. You are joining the apologies of Nigeria to come and fight our PM. Madam, wepuka ken we no fail. Ruby Nnadi, Obodo, Obi, and all of you, Adadi Oranjo, Biafra Unite, Biafra Disunite, Remi Juice and all of them. All of you are failed. How many are you? You're not up to 20. Over 50 million Biafrans voted for this government, voted for our prime minister, and voted for us to exit Nigeria. You people cannot bring us back to Nigeria. It is not possible. So whatever money, whatever promises that the Nigerian government through Ngozi have made to you, I want you to know that you all have failed. And let me tell you, the litigation against Ngozi, the case against Ngozi must go on no matter what you people do. Ngozi must face her case in the court. If you want to align with Ngozi, go and support her, raise money to make sure that you pay the damages. Don't raise money through Biafran government. Don't raise money from our website to give to Ngozi. You can go on your own and raise money for her. Because all of you, maybe all of you will join into that suit as well. I think it's high time Biafrans demand that all of you joins in the suit as well, because this is a betrayal against our prime minister, and this is a betrayal against our government, and we are not going to take it lightly with any of you. Biafrans, thank you for being with me this morning. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, try as much as possible to do so. Like and share this message so that when I come next your way, you always get notification. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And I will sign off from here. I want to appreciate every one of you. Sam, Elijah, I thank you. Kloryoshi, I appreciate you. Biafra and beyond, bro. Thank you so much. Long time. I see your presence. Chinonye, I appreciate you. Chukwuemeka Daniel. And every other person. Kevin, Ofoma, Akajiofo, Sam Channel. I see you. Chooks Mayor, I see you. Thank you for joining me. Prosper Obiora, I appreciate your presence. Lots and lots of Biafrans. Benjamin, I see you. Annex, Anyangu, I see you. Ifeanyi, thank you so much. NK, thank you. Eukaria, I see you. Laz Benziko, Prosper, I see you as well. Holy River, thank you so much, each and every one of you. Reverend Akonyekure, I appreciate every one of you. Chris M, comrade, I see you as well. Each and every one of you. Tutors, Chukwuama, I see every one of you. Thank you so much, Totiville, the upcoming CRC chairman. I appreciate every one of you. Prince Ibe, Beatrice, Shakao, Shoka, I don't know Shoka. I hope it's not Shakao. Onyelo Gotoris, and Johnny C. Eze, Gift Favor, Wisdom, Omali Agnes, Monday Osas, Big Ben, Wisdom. Every one of you that joined me this morning, I really appreciate your presence. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that when next I come your way, you'll be able to get notification. One thing is certain, and I want each and every one of us to know The enemy can always try, but they will never succeed. They have tried, and they can never succeed. We are here. We all are the gatekeepers, and we must stand very strong for our acting prime minister. We must stand very strong for our government. There is nothing that these people can do in order to destroy what our government is doing or destroy the prime minister. You can't beat the rich. We are already here, and Biafra must be restored. So thank you so much for your time. As I will be signing out from here, when next I come your way, make sure you always speak Biafra. Make sure you stand on the path of truth, because it is only truth that stands the test of time. I appreciate our leader. I appreciate our prime minister. And I say, airborne to the Biafran Defense Forces. Ndewo no mo Chineke, as I will be signing out from here.